Welcome back. So let's have a look at the while loop, because I don't want to have to restart the program every time to ask if your name is actually lost. I just want it to keep running in a loop forever and ever. And that's what a while loop is. It's a way for us to evaluate an expression. Remember, this is an expression again and again and again until the right expression gets in there, the right answer gets in there as we expect it. So I'm going to make a new project again. And why am I making so many projects? Because I want you guys to practice to make projects, so you should do the same. Let's call this a while loop. So I'll say okay, it'll create a new project for me, it's empty right now, and I'll start out like before by making a log. So again, console, log, right line, sorry, old JavaScript injury, write the code. So there's a very specific code here you have to write. And I'll just say console read line now. There we go, read line, and I'll add it to a string of code attempt, something like that. So this is the attempted code that we're going to try and write. And this time I want it to keep going until you actually figure out the code. So every time we're going to try and see if you can find the right code. So I read the line of whatever you want to test here, and then I'll say while, and here we go, code attempt not equals. So here's the not sign. That's a new sign I didn't show you last time. It means while this is not equal. So it's like reversing an equal. While it's not a secret code. So that's the secret code I'm putting in here. Don't tell anybody. So while it's not that code, it'll just keep looping here. It'll keep running this loop again and again and again until you type in the secret code. So let's try and run over the code here. I say, I'll start with just printing some text saying write the code. And you'll try and write your code, and I'll add it to the code attempt variable. So now it'll say if the variable is not equal secret code, then you got it wrong. So as long as it's not secret code, then I'll write code incorrect, code incorrect, code. As soon as you write secret code, then it'll say you got the right code and the program is over. Let's try and run this. And again, remember to set it as default startup project. I've missed that a few times when I did this, so remember to set it as the startup project. Right click, set a startup project, launch the tool, give it a few seconds just to compile everything. Notice the buzzwords here, compile everything, build some binary code for the computer to read. Learn those words. This is the toolbox that you can communicate with other developers with. So when I say binary code, you should know what that is. Okay, so I'll write Smurf here. Code incorrect. And it just keeps looping. Oh my God, something is wrong. I broke my code. I did something horribly, horribly wrong. Stop it, stop it, stop it. So Control C will actually kill your code. Or you can just go in here and click stop it. Try and read my code. Do you see the problem? Okay. Just pause the video. I don't want to wait. So I'll just copy this line in here. Now the problem is that it doesn't say try again, right? So the code is incorrect, but I never changed the value. You know what? Let's try and debug this. Let's try and put in a breakpoint right here and run this again just to show you what's actually going on. All right, sneaks. Now it stops here at the breakpoint. I press continue. And it comes right back to the breakpoint. Why? Because this variable called sneak never changes. This is a while loop, and the while loop will continue while the expression is SNCS and not secret code. So since I have to restart my program every time to change the word now. That's not good enough. So what we're going to do, while the program is running, I'm going to add a new line here. I'm going to say console write line. I'm going to inform the user that he has to do something else. He has to try again, right? He has to try and type a new word. And I'll do exactly the same as up here. I'll just read line again into the code attempt. I'll save this, continue. And let's see, now it says try again. Snoo comes in here and says the code was snoo. That's not the same one as this guy. We'll get in here, we'll say code incorrect. Let me just step over. Dip, dip, code incorrect. All right, try again. And then I'll ask you to write a new line. But I won't get back here until you actually wrote the new line. So it'll wait for me, do the while loop until you actually wrote a new line. So let's go back and write, and write secret code, just to end this. Secret code. I'll press enter. Should be a capitalized S. Notice what happens now. It ends the loop. Step over. Because now code attempt is actually secret code. And that matches secret code, so we don't have to go in here anymore, inside the curly brackets. These curly brackets represent the area where the while loop dominates. That's the area where the while loop, whenever this is true, this is what will be executed, right? So we don't have to go in here anymore. We'll just go down and write, you got the right code, and end the program. So that's the while loop. I won't go into more details with that. You'll have to write it a gazillion times, and we'll do that as the course moves forward. See you in the next lessons.